Sawubona Mzansi. Welcome to this week's live, or today's live. I've got a different version of the Mzansi wallet. Uh, are you on version 1.1.7 or got already? But this is similar to what? So we have a message from Jay. Right now you have. Right now you have to edit the card name every time, but there should be a container for each group. We can discuss that more, Jay. That sounds very interesting. So I'm guessing you've updated to version 1.1.7 already. So let me go back. Like Infinity Group, for example. When you tap it. I get what you're saying, Jay. I get what you're saying. Definitely something that we can consider. Definitely something that we can consider. Yeah, we can consider that, but it'll come in a later update. Thank you so much for updating, firstly, and then thank you for the idea also. So let's check out what we're gonna get up to today. So just a recap on the last live that we've done. It is, or we were chatting with Mzansi AI and figuring out what exactly, or if it's intelligent enough or not, and seeing if it can be used on a regular basis by myself and by others also, and if it's something that can be reliable and you are comfortable using it the same way that I. Thank you so much for the heart, Mijay. So are you comfortable with it? And wait, I think there's something I can do on TikTok. Sawubona, let me try this. Okay, I don't have any more of those thingies. But that's fine. That's fine. So, we were chatting with Mzansi AI last week and just figuring out if everything is, or if it's intelligent enough. And we were using Gemini to ask it some questions and then also have some answers from it so that we can compare it to Mzansi AI. And what we figured out was, say 80%, I'm comfortable saying 80% of the questions that were asked by Gemini, Mzansi AI got correct. And to be expected because we're using the Gemma 3 model, which was built by Google. But the place where it struggled the most was, I think it's logical something. Let's check over here. Gemma 3 features, LLM test, yeah. So it was logical nuance and ambiguity. That's exactly where it went wrong. So an example is that we did last week is he decided to bank on her success. So that's in quotes. Then the question is, what is the two distinct meanings of the word bank in English? And which meaning is used in the sentence? So in that case, so Gemini said, the first meaning is a financial institute where money is kept. So that's a normal bank where we keep our money. Then meaning number two is to rely on or depend on someone, right? And when we asked that question to Mzansi AI, it came back and said it gave two distinct meanings of the word bank, but the two distinct meanings was one, a financial institute. The second one was a bank, like a sandbank. So if there's sand somewhere and then it's in a slope, it just naturally made a slope. That's one of the meanings of bank, which is correct, but it didn't specify the word or how it was used in the sentence. In the two meanings thereafter, it said what that sentence means. So the word bank means to rely on someone. So it did get that correct. And we were testing out some other things, and it was really, like, say 60% of the time it got everything correct. So what we're going to do is we're going to chat with it a little bit more, because after we did that, we were doing some translations. So testing to see if it is able to translate from the different South African languages, like I think we did some Afrikaans, we did some Zulu, we did some Xhosa. I think there was a Spanish over there, but I don't know. So we will have a look to see exactly what is happening. So once again, I will let me flip the camera over here. Flip camera, and then this I will put over here. Nice. So flip camera. What are you guys seeing? Nice. Yes. So I'll put it over here. So I think what we're going to do again is test for the languages and test the translation skill of Mzansi AI. So first, before we move on to testing the translation, what I want to do today is take you through the update. So if we go to the About MIH tile and click on that, you'll see that we are on version 1.1.7. Right, that's the latest version. It was released today for the web and for Android. For the iOS version, it is only, hopefully tomorrow, it will be released. It's still sitting with sitting with Apple for review. So we'll give it a little bit more time for that, but I'll let you guys know what when that version is released. Right, and let's go through what the update is all about. So you can see this on the Google Play Store. We're on the Mzansi Innovation Hub app on the Google Play Store. If we scroll down to the bottom, we can see that there is a new what's new section. Right, the what's new section is just explaining the new features and bug fixes that were added in this week. So if we look at the first section, which is the new features, there's 4 new features that are available for us. A lot of updates to the Mzansi wallet, because that was the main focus for last week, but we also did some other things on the Mzansi AI that I spoke about in last week's live, and the Mzansi window. So I'll give you a little bit more detail about that. And then let's go to, so under the Mzansi wallet, we've added a new edit card details feature on the Mzansi wallet. So this is if, for example, you scan the card and the incorrect values were extracted from your card barcode and you want to edit it, instead of retyping it out again or deleting the card and adding it again like you had to do before, you can now just click on the menu button and then click on edit, and then you'll have the ability to add a title to the card. So if you have multiple cards, like for example, my brother said he has 2 different clicks cards. The one clicks card is for his wife, the other clicks card is for himself, right? And when it's sitting in the Mzansi wallet, all you see is the card, the clicks card, and not the differences. Now you had to remember what the name or what the card number is of each of these cards. So we've changed that, and now you can add a title. I'll get into what that looks like for you. And then we have a custom card title. I've explained that. Then there's a new close button on our window. So that's the edit card. Or on some of the windows. Some of the windows we are aligning it in this week's, or in the next update, we are making sure that we're we're standardizing that across MIH. And then next is the Mzansi AI system prompt, right? So I've explained last week that a system prompt is like the message or the instructions that you give to an AI before it starts speaking to a user. So if you've used any other AIs other than like the big 4 AIs like Meta, Google, OpenAI, maybe X, the other smaller AIs, which are just wrappers like MIH, is just a wrapper for other AIs. When you ask it who is it, it'll come back and it'll say I am X AI or I am whatever AI it specifically is. New updates are good. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for letting me know. Then, yeah, so the system prompt. So now our system prompt, I don't have it here, but it's basically telling the AI a little bit more information about MIH, giving it some instructions on how to act with a individual and how to respond to the individual, and also keep the responses short, don't be long-winded, and all of those different kinds of things, right? So it's just tweaking it or improving it slightly, the Mzansi AI. The next bugs the next is the bug fixes, right? There's 3 bug fixes. The first one is to the patient manager. So this is specifically to the business side of MIH. And this is when you are generating files, right? So inside MIH, you can generate a medical certificate, you can generate a prescription document, you can generate a claims document, and you can upload files. So in the previous updates, it was broken when you tried to generate documents. So it looked like it worked, but when you try and click on the document and open it up, it was just a blank document available over there. So we had a look at what went wrong and we figured out what was wrong and we fixed it in this update. So now you are able to generate some documents. I'll show you that a little bit later. Then now we have the About MIH. This is a bug that was fixed. This is thanks to Jay. Jay, let me know if you go to the About, the attribution section under About MIH, is everything sorted and is it available there? Or is everything looking good on your side? Because the resolution on my phone and your phone is a little bit different. So please let me know. So that's the attributions. So this is where we paying respect or giving credit to the different artists that created the icons that we use inside MIH. Then lastly, we have the Mzansi AI, which is the thoughts window. So you'll see previously the thoughts or when you're speaking to Mzansi AI, while it's generating its response, it's inside a window, but the text that was over there was a little bit squashed inside that box. So what we've done is we've freed that text from that box and everything is fine. 1 or 2 letters are still going on to the next line. That's not a problem as long as things aren't overlapping at the moment. I think it's fine, but I did see what you were saying and I think I know how to fix that. I'll add it into the next update. Thanks so much, Jay, for letting me know. Then, yeah, so that's it. So let's have a look at yeah, we are going to have a look at MIH just to see the updates, right? So if I'm on the test profile right now. If you click on it, you'll see test profile. If I click on the Mzansi wallet and load my cards, you'll see here's all my cards loaded. And let's see, I think there should be 2 Spark cards. So here's an example of how it would work, right? I have 2 Spark cards. Maybe one is my wife's, one is my own. If I click on one of them, you'll see here's the new X button that's available for you. This is the cross that we were speaking about, or the close button that we were speaking about. But there's also a menu under this window. If we click on this menu, you'll see that there's a few options. You'll see that it is add to favorites, edit card details, and delete card, right? So we've collapsed all the window tools or window functionality into a drop-down menu. So now you'll just click on edit window, or edit card, sorry, and it'll bring up another window for you to edit the card details. So you can see the card number is 2222, and the card title is nothing, it's blank. So what I can do is say wife, and then click on update. And then if I scroll to the bottom, now you'll see that this card, the 1 Spark card, is flagged as wife. If I click on the other one, and then I'll edit this one, and I'll say maybe husband, and click on update. Scroll to the bottom, and you'll see now there's a card for wife and husband. Now when you open up the MIH wallet, you can immediately identify which card is which and who needs to use what, right? If you're sharing cards like that. So there are a couple of people that wanted that. And we've also moved like I showed you, we've moved the favorites to MIH. So now you'll add favorites through the new menu button in the window, right? You can delete and edit through that menu button. So that's the new custom card title and the new edit card and the new close button that we spoke about. Next is the system prompt. So I think I tried showing you last week, but we can say, hey, I think if you remember, or if you tried speaking to Mzansi AI previously, what happened when you just said, hey, it would give you a whole long story about MIH. It comes from South Africa. It's a startup. This is giving you too much information and was a little bit useless if you just want to ask a question like, what's 1 + 1? And then now it's coming to you and telling you everything about MIH. That's not that I got a little bit annoyed while using it, so I would assume that you would get annoyed using it also. So we've changed it, we added the system prompt, and if we close this. So you can, oh, sorry, I should have pressed play on this thing. But it says hi there. It's great to hear from you. What can I help you with today? Do you have any questions about MIH, or are you just saying hi? All right. So this is the extent where it speaks about MIH. It just asks, do you want to know more about MIH? And then I can say, please tell me more. Please tell me more. All right. MIH. Okay, let's make. Okay, fantastic. Please tell me more. Is a Brazilian start? Please tell me about MIH app. Yeah, so absolutely. The MIH app is Mzansi Innovations Hub. First, let me play it.
Absolutely. The MIH app is Mzansi Innovation Hub's first super app. Basically, it's designed to make your life easier, both personally and professionally. Think of it as a central hub for pretty much everything. You can manage your business profile, track your loyalty cards, thanks to the Mzansi wallet, schedule appointments, especially useful for medical practices, and even do quick calculations with the built-in calculator. It's all about streamlining your life. Smile, would you like me to tell you more about a specific feature, like the Mzansi profile or the calendar?
So you can see it now has a little bit of knowledge about MIH, and I can tell you a bit about it. So that's what we changed in this update. So if we go back to the, let me increase the font of this for you. Right. So that was the new features that were added. Now going to the bug fixes. The first one is the file generation. I'll go to the other. Oh, you saw that the text was filling up that entire window when MIH is, or when the Mzansi AI is thinking. So I'll showcase this one. The attribution, I think I can show you it, but I'm not sure exactly. But basically, if I take this, minimize it to make it thin, and then go to about attributions. So you can see over here, like specifically for the raftal design, whatever this is, or even Tarameth, right? So even though this is two words, previously it would overlap with the visit button and the icon that it represented. But we fixed that to now make sure that there's no overlapping with MIH at all. And then the file generation. So let's have a look at that. So in order to unlock this feature, you have to have your business account activated, right? So you have to activate your business account and set up your business. But once it's all set up, you unlock multiple tiles for a business, right? One of them is the patient manager. If we click on this, you get a waiting room or a digital waiting room where you can manage your appointments for the day. And you have your patient or my patient list. So this is all the patients that I have access to. So you can see I have the test profile, and the patient test profile. So if we click on, and we also have a search for new patients that are coming into your medical practice. If we click on the middle tool and we'll open up patient test, you'll see that I can either book an appointment, which will put it in my waiting room, or I can view that patient's profile. For the purposes of today, we're going to view the patient's profile. So if we click on this, it'll open up and you'll see the patient's detail, and you'll see the medical aid detail of this particular patient. If we swipe over, you have your consultation notes. So this is notes from previous doctor's visits. And next we have the documents. So you can see is your prescription document that was generated through MIH. We can see it auto adds your signature and a verification QR code and your company's logo. Right. Also over here we have different images under the documents. But what I want to show you today, or the fix, was to the document generation. So if we click on our floating menu at the bottom right hand corner of the screen under our patient manager, then we can click on either add a document or generate medical certificate. So today it's easier to generate medical certificate. So I'll click on that. So it's basically some fields you need to capture that's required. So when is your sick leave from? So let's say it's from today up to, say, Thursday, and then you have to return back to the office on the 30th, right? Once you have that captured, you can click on generate. It'll take some time to generate, but once done, you'll see that it'll give you a success message, and then our document is here at the top of the page. If we click on it, let it load. Wait, not this one, sorry. What's the time? It's this one over here. So you can see 17:22, that's right now. So if we open up that one, so here's the medical certificate from the, so it says this is to certify that patient test ID number was seen by the specific doctor's name on the date that it was seen, and he or she is unfit to attend work or school from the 27th up to and including the 29th. He or she will be returning on the 30th. Right? So what you would do as a patient is you would just access your patient profile and always have this on demand. So it's not like they give you a document or a piece of paper and you have to care for that piece of paper and bring it to the office, or take a picture of it and keep it in your gallery, right? Where things can get lost because all the WhatsApp images and stuff that get sent through, it fills up your gallery. So things just get missing. So this automatically adds it to your patient profile. And you can see how seamless it was, how quick it was. Similar to that, we can have our prescription. And here it's a little bit different. If we can search for a medicine, so I don't know, maybe you can give me a medicine to search for, but in the meantime, I'll search sand because I know there's a medicine that starts with that. And I'll just click on the search button. And then it searches a medicine database for all the medicines that contain the word sand. And you can see there's a whole list of them available to us. But I'll just click on one. We can add the dosage. Say that's once. The dosage is 1 tablet. Then it's 3 times a day for 5 days. 0 repeats. Oh, sorry, not 1. 0 repeats. I can add this. And you can see here's my prescription. If I add another one in, let's say Dema, and search. So you can see Demazin, cold, and flu. So I'll click on that. The dosage, say it's 2 tablets, 3 times a day, 5 days, 0 repeats. I'll add that in. So now you can see I have two medicines. Voltaren, that's a good one. Let's try that. Voltaren. Yeah, you see? So there's a Voltaren tablet. There's drops. So there's multiple, and the doctor would know which one they're looking for. Right? For a person like me, I'm not sure what exactly these all mean, but say it's a tablet. I'll click on that, the dosage, twice a day, 2 times a day, 5 days, 0 repeats. I'll add that to my prescription list. And then once I'm happy with this, I'll click on generate. It'll give it some time, it'll load. And then if we go back to documents, you'll see that there's it over here, our prescription. So you can see the prescription for patient test, the date, and the time. If we click on this, here's our prescription. So you see how seamless and easy it was to generate this document. So you can see we have our Sandoz, we have the Demazin, and we have the Voltaren, including our signature, including a verification. So this QR code over here, if we were to scan it, thank you so much, Jay. If we were to scan this QR code, it'll tell you all, or not all the information, but most of the information. So it's not like I can edit this document and put a different name over here and different ID number and then give it to someone, because over here it has that information also. So if someone wants to make sure that whatever information is in this document matches or is valid, they would scan this and see if it matches back there. So that is what we've also fixed. And also you can either print or download it. If we download, you'll see it'll open up. So yeah, now it's on my computer itself, and I can send this to anyone. I can send this to the office. I can either print it myself and give it to Clicks, or just keep it somewhere else, store it in another cloud service for you. So let's close that, close this. And then the next one that we also fixed, which is a part of the document generation, is the claims and statements. So from a doctor's perspective, after they see a patient that uses medical aid, or if not, but let's use the case of medical aid. If there's a doctor that uses, or if there's a patient comes to see a doctor that uses medical aid, they would see the patient, of course, make sure everything is fine, and then post seeing the patient, they would then log a claim with that specific medical aid provider, or if they're working with another company that deals with that for them. So along with that, you would need a ICD-10 code, which is a specific code to represent that disease or illness for you, or that you have, and that stats gets pushed up to WHO somehow, and it's used to just calculate, okay, how many people have TB this year? Has that increased or not? So let's see what that looks like. So I'll click on the menu button. So you can see this generate claim slash statement. All right. If we click on this, there's another form that we have to capture. Thank you so much for the roses, Soros. I appreciate it. So here is the pop-up window to generate your claims or statement document. All right. So a claim would be for a patient that has medical aid, and that would that will be sent to the medical aid providers. Or a statement is a patient that doesn't have medical aid and is paying cash. Exact same principles apply. So let's see what claims look like, right? You'll click on claim, you'll see the date of service. When did I see the patient? It was today. It automatically enters that for you. The service description, so there's a few things over here. It is a consultation, which is just a checkup, a quick checkup. A procedure, so this is maybe an operation or something else, or other, right? If you select other, then you must give some text about it, but let's just put consultation, and then the service description options is general consultation. So this is just, I have the flu, I'm going to see the doctor, right? And then what the doctor can do over here, which is the most important one, is the ICD-10 code. So let's go to, I'm going to open up Mzansi AI again. And let's ask Mzansi AI, what is an ICD-10 code? What is an ICD-10 code? Hopefully it gets it right. Loving the speed. Let's listen.
Hey there, let's talk about ICD-10 codes. Basically, an ICD-10 code is a standardized
Thank you for the heart,
numerical
King.
or alphanumeric code used to classify diseases and health conditions. Think of it like a secret language doctors and hospitals use to track and report health information. The MIH app uses them to help manage patient data, particularly within the Patient Manager feature for medical practices. Do you want me to elaborate on how they're used within the MIH app? Would you like me to explain a specific example?
Thank you, King, for your awesomes. So, Jay, to answer your question, it's not a different voice. I'm still using the same technology on the back end, but how it works is, let's go back to that. Or let me switch my camera so you can see me. Let's flip this. So, thank you for the question. Thank you for the question, Jay. Thank you, King, for the awesomes and all those nice things. I appreciate it. So, to answer your question about the voices, the tool or the package that I'm using to deliver you the voices, it checks the operating system itself or the application, like in case of the browser, it uses whatever the browser uses, and it checks what text-to-speech voices are already built in on your device. Then after it checks what's built in on your device, it then selects the first one and gives it to you, or it uses that as the voice. Excuse me. And depending on the type of device, like when I was using my Mac, when I normally stream, I use the Mac, that has a male voice that is used. Yes, it's actually very interesting. And remember, guys, this is all open source. I'm using the Flutter technology. and someone built that and made it open source for other people to use, right? So that's why there's different voices. So when I use my phone, sometimes there's a lady, but I'm also able to select it. Let's see if I'm able to change the voice. Sometimes it doesn't bring up a voice in the Mzansi settings or the AI settings, but it somehow, I don't know where exactly, but it gets a text to speech voice and then it gives it into you in MIH. That's why if you look on your phone, if you go to the Mzansi AI settings and you see the A or Mzansi AI voice, something like that, AI voice. I don't know what's it called. But if you click on that, then you'll see a drop down of a whole lot of different voices available for you if your device has that capability. And I know on mine, because I'm using Android and Flutter is built by Google, they have a whole lot of text to speech available for us. So that's what the ICD-10 code is. The ICD-10 code is something to use to track or classify the different types of diseases that people use or that people have, and also pass that up to bigger organizations like the WHO, like the Department of Health, for them to have their stats to say, okay, this is how many people had the flu in December, or in 2024, this is how many people had the flu, this is how many people had TB, and all of those kind of things. This is easier to track instead of just having normal text things like, say, flu, and one person spells flu differently than the other people, right? So that's what the ICD-10 code is. Let's close this. And then, so let's search. So there's two ways of searching for an ICD-10 code. You can either search for or with a name of the diagnosis. So say I want to search for flu. I'll click on flu and I'll click on search. What it does is it searches a database of all the ICD-10 codes and gives me everything that matches flu. So you can see there's other fluke inflections. So you see there's multiple things over here, right? So I can either search like that or like with the name of a disease, or I can search for the code itself. Let's say I-10. If I search I-10 search, and then it only brings up one search because there's only one code that has I-10 in it. So I'll click on that, and then the amount of this consultation, right? So I'll just put 500. I'm not sure what the going rate of a consultation is. I'll put 500 for now, and then pre-authorization number if required, because it's not a required field. You can leave it blank, and then we can click on generate. Let it think for a bit, and then our document was successfully generated. I'll dismiss this. I'll click on the end, and then you'll see that, let's check. This is the one that we just generated. A claim for patient test. The date is today, and you can see it's 1935. If I click on this, here is my claims document. So what a doctor would do with this is email it. So maybe they would download it, and then after downloading it, they would email it to whoever, or upload it on whatever system they are using, right? Let me close this. So yeah, this is it. So you can see here's the patient's details. You can see the patient ID number, the medical aid number, the code, medical aid code, the scheme that they're using, pre-authorization number if required. So you can see it's not applicable here. Then provider details. So this is the doctor itself. So under the test profile, its business is called Mzansi Test Doctors, and they have a practice number, they have a VAT number, and the actual doctor. So you can see provider name. So the actual doctor that saw me was Dr. Test Profile, which is the main test profile. And under the services section, under the service details, you can see it was a consultation. It was the 25th. It was a general consultation. The ICD-10 code was a I-10, and the amount is 500. Once again, we have our verification QR code, our signature, and our business logo. Are there any questions about the patient profile or the patient manager? Yo, who is this and how do I remove them? How's it? How's it? Yo, okay, you can just chill over there, my guy. I don't know how to remove you. Okay. Uh, so if we go ahead and look again at our I'm sorry. My man, you're distracting me. Are you able to leave? Oh, my man, I don't know how you got here, but and I don't know how to remove you. It's alright. You can stay if you want. Next thing that we want to do is chat to Mzansi AI. So what I want to do is look at the look at or ask Gemini some questions, right? So please give please give me some translation, some sentences to test out the capability of an give me some sentences to test give me some sentences to test out the capability of an LLM, right? The translation capability. Translation capability of an LLM. Please use languages from South Africa. Okay, so there's a few sentences. So what we want to do now is just test out the translation capabilities of the Mzansi AI. So let me bring this closer to you. And we'll go back to Mzansi AI. So we'll close this out, back to Mzansi AI. And so we have a few in Zulu, we have a few in Xhosa, Afrikaans, Sotho, Tswana, Sepedi, Tsonga, Venda, Ndebele. So let's try the first one. So what I'm going to do is I'll just give it a message. So please translate the following for me. And identify the language translated from. So I'll send that just to give it some brief things. Okay, please provide the text that you want to translate. Perfect. Well, let's listen to it.
Okay, let's do it. Please provide the text you'd like me to translate. I'll do my best to translate it and also tell you the original language it came from.
Nice.
Smile.
So the first one, I'll copy that over. Paste. So let's listen.
Okay, let's translate that. Translation. Asterisk asterisk. Sawubona, Anjani Namula. Translates to, hello, how are you today? Language. Asterisk asterisk Zulu Zimbabwe. Do you want me to
Zulu
explain a little
Zimbabwe.
more about Zulu, or perhaps translate something else for you?
Hectic. So, it got it right. Let me know in the comments if everything is correct over here. So, it did get it right. Hello. How are you today? It got the language right, but I don't know why it put a flag over there from Zimbabwe, but I think they speak Zulu over there also. But we'll move on to the next one. So I'll click yes. Nice, love the speed.
That's fantastic. It's great you're looking to improve your Zulu. It's a beautiful and rewarding language to learn. Would you like me to suggest some resources to help you, like apps, websites, or maybe even some basic phrases to get you started? Smile. Or would you like me to answer a specific question about learning a Zulu?
You see, I don't know why after giving it this one, it is now speaking nonsense to me. Please translate what I gave you. Please translate what I gave you. Okay, it did it now.
You gave me Enjifuna Yukufunda Izulu Kankano. That was already translated for you. I translated it too. I want to learn Izulu better. Is there anything else I can help you with regarding Izulu or anything else?
Nice, so it's getting it correct. Guys, is this even correct over here? Ngifunda ukufunda isiZulu kango. I don't know what this word is. Is it saying the things correctly? Next one we'll do is Xhosa. Let's copy, paste. Please do. Molo Unjani.
Okay, let's translate Molo Anjani. Translation. Asterisk asterisk. Molo Anjani translates to hello, how are you? It's a very common and friendly greeting in Izulu. Smile. Would you like?
So it's definitely not Zulu. Let's try and start a new chat and paste it again. Please translate. Translate. So it can translate it correctly. However, what it does is, let's play it. What it does is it identifies the incorrect
Phrase
language.
Molo Anjani is from the asterisk asterisk Sesotho asterisk asterisk language, spoken primarily in Lesotho and South Africa. It translates to asterisk hello, how are you? Asterisk. Let's break it down. Asterisk asterisk Molo asterisk hello.
Let's do something a little bit bigger. Copy. Translate and identify language. Paste. Nice. Let's hear.
Okay, let's break down this phrase. Translation. Asterisk. Ndiakuthanda Ukufunda Ngenk Kubeko Yasamzanksi Africa. English translation. Asterisk asterisk. I love to study about South Africa. Language identification. Asterisk. The language is asterisk asterisk Isikosa asterisk, pronounced Ishosa. Asterisk asterisk Ndiakuthanda asterisk I like. Asterisk asterisk you.
Nice. So it does translate things correctly. I think identifying the language is a little bit of an issue at the moment, but for just translation purposes, I think it works fine. To the next one. It's raining today.
Okay,
It's raining
let's
today.
break
Yeah.
down this Isikosa phrase. Translation. Asterisk asterisk. It's raining today. Language identification. Asterisk Isikosa. Word breakdown. Asterisk. Asterisk asterisk.
I must try and make it stop saying asterisk all the time. It's a little bit annoying, but that's fine. It did translate it. It's raining today, so that's fine. Then we'll move on to Afrikaans. So let's start a new one. So translate and identify language. Paste. Send. How are you today? So English is, or not English, Afrikaans is working fine also. Sotho. Let's see this one over here. Copy. Paste.
Okay, let's break down that phrase. Asterisk asterisk translation. Asterisk asterisk. Hello, how are you? Asterisk asterisk language. Asterisk asterisk Setswana, also known.
Definitely incorrect. Let's try it one more time. Translate and identify language. Paste. Yeah, now it works fine. So what I'm noticing now is if I don't clear the chat, so say it identifies Zulu, for example, as one language, and I give it another phrase to translate from, it then goes back and thinks that it must, or whatever language I gave it was Zulu, even though it sometimes gives me the correct translation. And also via Sotho, it says Sotho, but it's not. It says Setswana, also known as Setswana. Let's listen.
Okay, let's break this down. Translation. Asterisk. Met chsaholo. Translates to asterisk asterisk. The water is completely calm. Asterisk asterisk or asterisk. The water is still completely. Asterisk. Language identification. Asterisk. This phrase is in asterisk asterisk Sawana.
This is also wrong again. Interesting. So it's saying over here the water is completely calm. Let me know in the chat if that's what you think it means. Here's the question here. Or here's the statement. Definitely not correct. But some progress. Some progress. Is Google even correct? That's another thing. Let me flip over. So it looks like the Mzansi AI does translate partially correctly in the more popular or more commonly spoken languages in South Africa. We can test out other languages. Let me know in the chat if you have any questions or have any phrases. Maybe in your mother tongue you can put it down and then I can ask Mzansi AI to translate it and also identify it. And also give me the answer, translate it to English for me and let me know. But definitely interesting over here. So, nothing in the chat. So I'll give it I would say 50% of the time it's correct. 50% of the time it does translate correctly for you. And it is working fine. But we're currently on MIH version 1.1.7. Right? That was released today on Android and web. How's it, Liam? On Android and web, but The iOS version is still in review at the moment, so if you try and use the Mzansi wallet now, it might not work for you. So please wait until tomorrow, and then everything should be fine. Everything should be working after you update MIH. Currently, you should be on version 1.1.6 or lower. If you are on that version, please go update it now on the Google Play Store or on the web. Just refresh your page on the web. And if you go to the About MIH tile, you should have version 1.1.7 available for you. And that's the version over there. Like I mentioned, I'll just flip my camera again. So, in this version of MIH, we have 4 new features and 3 bug fixes. We went through them today. So, just for the people that just joined now, we have a new edit card feature. So, instead, previously you had to delete and re-add a card. Now you can just edit a card. But also, you can have custom titles to the card, right? So, if you have 2 of the same cards, let's go to our Mzansi wallet. If you have 2 of the same cards, and if we scroll down to Spa, now you can give them titles. So one of my Spa cards is for my wife, other one is for my husband. If I click on this, you'll see husband, and then wife. So you now, if you have duplicate cards, you can now identify the difference between them. In order to do that, you'll just have to click on a card, say Apple Tree. Click on the new menu button on the top right hand corner. And then you can either, from this menu, add to favorites, edit card, or delete card. So we'll edit card, give it a title. That title will be test. And then update. Now you can see that our label or our, what I call it, title has been added to the Apple Tree card. Then on top of that, we have the new close button. So the new close button is here. You should see it scattered around MIH, but we are working to put it all across MIH. So this is just a new button to close. It's brighter, you can see it better. It's very easy to identify. The next one is the new system prompt for the Mzansi AI. If we go have a look, we can say, hey, please tell me about the MIH app. Hey, please tell me about the MIH app.
Hey there, hand waving. MIH is awesome. It's the first super app from Mzansi Innovation Hub designed to make your life easier, both personally and for your business. Think of it as your one-stop shop. Here's the lowdown. Asterisk asterisk Mzansi profile. Asterisk asterisk this is your central hub to manage everything, your business details, team info, and more. Asterisk asterisk Mzansi wallet. Asterisk asterisk store all your loyalty cards digitally. Asterisk asterisk patient manager. Asterisk asterisk for
So you can see it starts telling you a little bit about MIH now. So we added that in this update. If you're using a version lower than version 1.1.7, you'll see that it gives you a whole lot of garbage. Not garbage, but it tells you about MIH, even though you didn't ask it about MIH, but it's telling you about us. But now you'll have to be prompted to ask about it. Ask it about MIH, and then it will tell you about it. So it does have some information about us. Next is the patient profile. So if we go to the patient manager, sorry. If we go to the patient manager, we now have new documents, or the document generation is now fixed. So we can generate a prescription through MIH, a medical certificate through MIH also, and a claim or a statement document. So here's our statement, and here's our claim. And on top of that, another bug that was fixed was under the attribution section. So if we go to the About MIH tile and we click on the star at the top, it'll take us to attributions. All right. Here it shows you the icons that are used inside MIH, the creator of these icons, because it wasn't created by any of us here at MIH. We used a different platform to get our icons. So, and you can visit them. over there. Before there used to be a layout issue. So if you see over here, like this name over here, it used to overlap with the icon and the button. But now we've fixed that so that it does not overlap anymore. It rather wraps it so that everything is looking a little bit neater. Yeah, so that is everything. Thank you so much, everyone, for thank you so much, everyone, for joining the live today. It was quite cool, quite interesting looking at the translation skills of Mzansi AI. It looks like it's already there, like say more than 50% of the time it's getting it correct. Identifying the language could be an issue, but if it's translating it correctly, does it matter if it identifies the language? I think it does matter, but it shouldn't be something that's concerning at the moment. We will look at how to improve the capability of the Mzansi AI and yeah, just improve it from there. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining this live today. I appreciate it. We did some good things. Please make sure you check out MIH version 1.1.7, available on the Google Play Store and web. We are available on iOS, but that update will come out tomorrow. It's still being reviewed. So thank you so much, and let's keep working hard, Mzansi.